Well, hello there. It's been a while, huh? It's been a minute. I got all these flyaways too. The hair don't care. Look at this. Do I really need to worry about this, you guys? With everything that's going on in the world and all these darn fires, do I really need to worry about my hair? Nah. Well, hello. It's been a minute. Hello, Leanne Jenkins. Sorry if I butchered your name. I'm bound to butcher your name, by the way. So just forgive me in advance. We're all doing the best we can, right? Okay. I decided to pop in here. I felt like I could, right? We need to be able to, in order to serve other people, have enough energy. And I have been going through it just like many of you. So when I show up for you, I want to be able to give 100%. So I just need to make sure that my energy is at more than 100%, right? Just like you. If you are a person, and I know you are, if you resonate and connect with me on any level, I know you give 100+%. So it's really important that we are able to give and still have enough in our energy reservoir. Yes. Okay. So why am I here? Why am I showing up? Well, first of all, I felt like I had enough energy that I can do that for you guys. Second of all, I do want to tell you how grateful I am that you guys are here, even just on replay, even if you're not here live with me, because energy, you don't have to be in physical proximity, obviously, right, to feel it. Hey, Kara Sam, good to see you. So, my table's not very stable. My table's not stable. That's a much prettier view. Yeah, so I can't remember what I was just on, and I'm not going to worry about being perfect or anything like that. It is what it is, right? That's what we do. Authenticity is the new sexy, right? So apparently I'm super sexy. Hey, Susan Walter, good to see you. Yes, so I'm popping in here for a couple reasons. First of all, I wanted to give you guys an energetic temperature check of what's going on and just explain a little bit about what you're feeling, but also to introduce to you a new series that I'm going to be doing every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be jumping on here and we're going to be doing heart tapping meditations. They're going to be very quick, very brief, just so that you can collect your energy, because a lot of us, our energy is being emitted, projected, thrown outside of us because of so much uncertainty in the world on a collective level and of course on a personal level. So we're just going to take a few minutes and collect our energy. We're going to do that through my specialty, which is heart tapping, which is heart coherence, where we open our heart to neutralize and balance negative emotions or just feelings that just don't feel good, right? So I do sell individual guided heart tapping meditations, which you can check out if you just click on the link in my bio, my link tree, and you can go ahead. I actually just added a few to the library, but I just have to make them live. So those you can purchase on your own. But together as a collective, every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. here on Instagram, we're just going to do a quick calming session. I was inspired by Master Co. I don't know if you guys know of him, but he started doing these meditations back when COVID happened. And I showed up 3 times a week, twice a day for his meditations, and it changed my life. And transformation and change and alchemy doesn't happen with a one-time kind of thing. It's a consistent, it's a consistent action, behavior. So we're going to have an opportunity to do it every Saturday morning, not Sunday morning, Saturday morning at 8 a.m. If you can't join live, don't you worry, because Instagram automatically posts the lives to my feed. So you'll be able to get your quick calming session using heart tapping, whether you're live or not. I hope you join me live, but if you can't, that's okay. I don't want you to feel that pressure or stress. All right, so let's get to, so that starts this Saturday, January 25th. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on and what the evolutionary process that's happening right now. Hey, Shiumaji. Now, what I'm about to say may trigger. It might be a trigger for some people who might have religious trauma. I have experienced some very nasty religious experiences myself, and it's taken a long time for me to be able to understand and know what the truth is versus distortion that is pushed upon us, right? But we have our souls, our higher souls. So we have a higher soul. Part of our soul is outside of the human. And then the incarnated soul, also known as the lower soul, is connected inside the body. It's also known as the ego, the human ego. And what that does is that is the part of our soul that identifies with the human. So a soul goes ahead, basically, it's a splinter of God. Okay, yes, that could be a trigger if you have religious trauma. I'm not trying to traumatize you. I just want to explain to you a little bit about what is going on energetically. And I have to give a little bit of a background here for you to understand this. So you have the higher soul that kind of splinters away from the divine, God, source, creator, goddess, whoever, whatever you believe your higher power to be. I'm not here to take that away from you. Me personally, identify with my higher power as God, or also as Hashem, which is one of the names of God. God's got 72 of them, right? So one of the names of God is Hashem. That's who I identify as my God, okay? Hey, Licht Tarot, nice to see you. Or Light Tarot, sorry if I butchered your name. So you have this God, source, creator that's like, dude, I want to be able to experience things, and I can't, because all I am is just an energy and just a bunch of waves of light. So I need to put myself into a physical container so that I can bump around and actually have experiences through these particular humans, right? Or if you're on Venus, Venusians, or if you're on Mars, Martians, right? The divine needs a human container in order to experience itself. So here we go. God splinters part of itself off, right? That part is known as the higher soul. You can call it your inner being. You can call it, gosh, there's so many names you can call it. Your consciousness. There's just so many things, right? So part of that has to pour itself into a human container. So there's kind of two parts. There's actually more than two parts, but for this conversation, just to make things more understandable, you have your higher soul that pours part of itself into a human container so that it can now experience, hello, me Starking Val. Sorry. You'll have to forgive me. The fires out here in LA, the air quality is crap. And I have asthma, but I rarely have any symptoms. But because all the air quality is so bad, I've actually been using my inhaler. Anyways, so you have the higher soul, and it puts part of itself, pours part of itself. So now you have splinter of splinter of splinter into a human container. That is known as the incarnated soul, carne, meat in Spanish, right? So it's in a human earth suit that is made up of meat and skin and and organs and all that. Meat, really, it's like meat, right? So you have this incarnated soul. So you have an incarnated soul, and then you have a higher soul. The higher soul is your inner being. It's that, it's that, I don't know what's going on with Miss Tarking Vi. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. I can't tell if you're being like sexually offensive or if you're just trying to, I don't know what you're doing, but all right. You do you, boo. I do me. So you have, the higher soul that, hello, Fran Lassignina. Sorry, butchered your name. Oh, Mrs. Smizia. Yeah, I mean, it looks like people are starting to come in. So if you missed part of this conversation, you'll just have to go back and watch the replay. That's fine. But you have this incarnated soul. That incarnated soul identifies with the human. So there's a part, hello, Avajinx. So there's that part of us, it's the higher soul, our inner being, if you want to call it intuition, you can even call it intuition. It's, your inner guide, your GPS of the soul. I mean, I don't know, however you want to call it. I'll let you guys create your own lingo, right? So you have a part of you that's outside of you, and then you have a part of you that identifies with you. And when I'm talking about you, I'm talking about you're human. All right? So what's going on right now in humanity is that us humans, we humans, and this is all over the world. It's not just your particular city, state, province, country. It's humanity as a whole. We're being pushed, nudged, not so gently, into thinking and feeling, therefore we will be different. And what is that difference? And this is like where the controversial conversation might be coming up. So if you have religious trauma, just like hang on for the ride. We're being forced to see, think, feel, taste, hear, get out of our physical senses, right? Move past the human to understand that there is a godly-like energy, power, your higher power. However you want to call it, again, I call it God. So that's me. So we are being pushed into acknowledging that there is a God. Or we can even say it this way, that there is a godly part of us, okay? And that part of us is unfamiliar to the incarnated soul, right? The incarnated soul identifies with the material world. The godly part of us identifies with the non-material, non-physical world. And so through pain, which sucks, okay? This sucks so bad. Through pain, we are pushed, not nicely, not gently, to start looking at, considering, acknowledging that non-physical godly part of us. And to expand our consciousness and awareness past our human, which means getting in touch with the higher soul, your inner being, your intuition, your whatever you want to call it. That's outside of the identification of who you are, meaning your name, right? Where you live, which is a location, right? The year, right? Which is time, right? So we're being pushed out of these constructs of the physical world, and it's uncomfortable. And the only way we can get past the discomfort of it is by going through it. So anytime, excuse me, I should probably have my inhaler with me right now, but I don't. Anytime we're experiencing discomfort, emotional, physical pain, whatever it is, that's us having to go through the experience so that we can survive it and understand why we needed it, which expands our consciousness, and therefore we can get in touch with our the non-material part of ourself. So we're actually, this is again controversial and I get it, we're being pushed to sort of believe in a higher power, a God, but it's really the godly part of us. So it's still believing and trusting in us, and, right? It's not but, it's not or, it's and acknowledging and noticing and linking up with or connecting to the godly part of us. So we're in really uncomfortable times. And physical energy, just like any energy influences energy. But when you have physical energy, let's say, for example, the fires here in LA, or even when I went through a fire back in November, okay, where I am working out still some PTSD from that, and then you pile on this new fire. Hey, by the way, who do you think has fire in their energy field? Ta-da! So, gotta work past that, right? Of course, sarcasm and facetiousness helps us. Humor helps us disarm fear, right? So that's why I joke about it. As long as I'm authentic about it. If I'm not authentic with the joke, you will see me crying or white knuckling life. Hey, I'm just honest. That's just the way it is. I'm no different than anybody else. So we are being pushed, shoved really into not only just the acknowledgement and the awareness, but at some point, because it does happen, that breaking point allows us to accept that we actually are gods. Now, I'm not going around saying, because I believe God, I revere God, I fear God, I love God. I mean, God is like my bro, right? But sort of pushing me, us, we, because we are one, the law of one, right? All of us through crappy situations, through fearful situations, to push us past the physicality of the human and start to acknowledge, be aware, and eventually allow a relationship to the divine, to that godly part of us, where we start going, wait, hey, I am God. I am God. I am one. I am one with God, and I am one with all. There is only oneness, right? So I am you and you are me, right? So if I'm like ecstatic and happy to you and towards you, you're going to be ecstatic and happy towards me. If I'm going to be a jerk towards you, you're going to be a jerk towards me, right? It's the way energy works, because energy influences energy. Excuse me. So we are being pushed, humanity in general is being pushed into our godly ways, our own, to show us that we are, hey Andy, good to see you, that we are our own gods. Now I know that might be triggering to some people, and if it is, it's okay, you will get over it when you start to realize your own true power. We lose it, we get it, we lose it, we get it. That is the nature and the blueprint of the human. And that's okay. So every time I am asking you to get into your heart, to tap into your heart is where truth lives. Your heart is where authenticity lives. And authenticity and truth cannot be distorted. It just can't. Love can. Authenticity and truth cannot be distorted. So when you access the energy of your heart, what happens is that you neutralize. Oh, my dog is being all silly. What are you doing, Shih Tzu Mix? Thank you for protecting us. Tiny little dog protecting us, right? Too cute. Tiny dog, big attitude, right? Look at that. Run away here, right? So every time I lost my train of thought. Okay, whatever. Anyways, when we allow, oh yeah. Hey Karen, nice to see you. Okay, so when we neutralize, which is what the heart does, when we open the heart, it neutralizes. It does not take you to love and joy and elation and excitement. It doesn't do that. It just neutralizes the feelings that don't feel good. Your only job when you are like freaking out, right? Or you're experiencing fear, you're experiencing pain, you're experiencing sadness, shame, guilt, whatever, anything that doesn't feel good, your only job is to get to neutral, to go from to because feels so much better than right? So that is the reason, long way around, and that is the reason why it's so important for us, because we are all one, to do the best that we can to take care of our mental and emotional, spiritual health, right? Hello, Simply Danny. So starting Sundays at 8 a.m. Pacific time, which is California time, we're going to be collecting our energy and we're going to be neutralizing. That's it. Our job is not to get to happiness and joy. We can get there eventually, but we have to have a new platform because we can't go from shame, guilt, fear, right, which is here, to joy and elation. Do you see what's in between, right? You see what's in between space, and it takes time to close that gap. Well, I want to help you close that gap by at least neutralizing you, taking you from here to at least here, right? That I can help you with. For you to go from here to here, that's all you. I can guide you through that to go from here to here. Yeah. But what I can facilitate for you is getting you from here to at least here for at least a brief moment of time. Now, of course, this is consistent, which is why I want to do it every Saturday. I have to do it based on my schedule. But that is how we heal. We heal and we transform. We alchemize and we create magic by tapping into the energy of our heart. That's why I'm all about the heart. Okay. I have heart huglets. They're called heart huglets, which are heart tapping meditations that you can find on my website. You can purchase those, right? I have what's called the heart hug method, which isn't quite public yet, but that is the method by which I teach you how to get to calm so that you have a new platform to close that gap, right? All of the readings that I do, I use my intuition and I use my heart. Why? Because heart is intuition and heart cannot be distorted. Brain can be distorted. Heart, not so much, because brain is about thinking. Heart is about feeling. How you authentically feel is how you authentically feel. What's the story you're putting behind it? That's the brain, right? My job, my purpose, why I'm here on planet Earth is to help you just feel better than you did a moment before. So even if you're feeling better now watching this, not even working with me, but just watching this, if you're feeling better than when you first started watching this, hey Vanny, then I'm doing my job, right? I could take you further. Okay, fine, we can work, that's a whole other thing. But my job is just to help you feel better than a moment before and to help you collect your thoughts and your feelings so that you can make confident decisions, so that you can get into your intuition and get out of indecision. You'll feel better, more emotionally resilient, yes? You'll feel stronger. You'll feel more confident. You'll feel happier, right? And then when you feel better, that's your inner world. As above, so below, as within, so without, your outside world starts to improve too. And then you start getting synchronicities and signs that you're on the right path. And then you actually start to get your manifestations. So the only way we can get from point A to point B is to start acknowledging the godly parts of ourselves. Hey, Stephanie, the godly parts of ourselves. Okay, we got to start somewhere. And then we have to consistently move. And then eventually we move up, right? Healing is messy. Healing, transformation, alchemy, witchcraft, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, it's messy. It's messy and it's not a straight line. And I want to be there for you while you're traveling. I want to hold your hand and I want to at least be able to help you neutralize so that you can remember that you have a higher soul. You're not just the incarnated soul. There's more to you. There's and. You can live an and life, not a but or an or life. You can live an and life. All right, you guys? So before I leave here, I'm going to pull a card for the collective. This is for everybody. And as we go through this, what's called ascension period, which can feel like hell, we have to remember that it's only here and it's only happening for us, not to us, but for us, so that we can remember who we really are, which we are divine beings of light, so that we can control our thoughts, love, so that we can control our emotions, and power, so that we can control our responses, behaviors, and actions. And not let anyone or anything, especially the media, don't let anybody tell you what you should be thinking, feeling, or doing. When you neutralize, when you access the energy of the heart, you will know exactly what to do, when to do it, and not even how to do it, because that will start coming to you. So I just shuffled the cards. Let's see what our overall message is for the collective. Foresight. You are able to see what is in store for the future. Oh, that's kind of like cool, right? So access the energy of your heart. Get into your heart. That's why I'm always calling myself the Chief Heart Whisperer. And if you're not on my mailing list, you might want to get on my mailing list, because I think I'm going to actually have an upcoming sale on readings. I'm being called to give you guys a sale on some intuitive readings. All right, you guys. So stay connected. Take care of that wonderful heart of yours. I will see you on the flip side. And if you want to join my mailing list, also go ahead, check out my link tree on my account. Get your heart hug lit. Meditation. Also on Sunday, we're having our new moon energy workshop, and that is a pay what you can. Suggested donation of $20. But if you can't give $20, I don't want you to miss out on that opportunity. Give what you can. That's all. Just give what you can. All right, you guys, check out my link tree. I am so grateful to be here. I know that I've been in and out, and I do apologize for my inconsistency. I'm hoping to be more consistent now with the healing series of accessing the energy of your heart and these quick calming sessions. So I will see you on Saturday, January 25th at 8 a.m. live here on Instagram, or you can watch it in the replay. All right, you guys? All right. Whoops, cancel. I'm just touching. I shouldn't. Tech and Terrie. No. All right, you guys, take care of that wonderful heart of yours. See you soon.